The insect screen. Very standard. Every window should have at least an insect screen. How's everyone doing today? It's Randy back at you right here from our little warehouse, coming out today to show you bug screens. Still a hot topic for folks to ask, and I thank you for that because I can never get enough of doing what we do. And just to give you guys a little brief thing, my beautiful bride and I came in this industry 2 decades ago. My Lord, have we turned it upside down. We absolutely loved what we do. About 4 or 5 years ago, we came onto YouTube and started talking about what it is we're doing. When one of our suppliers had suggested, or I should say one of the individuals we work with suggested that we start teaching. And I thought, wow, me teach? Oh my gosh. Well, I've enjoyed this. And since then, in the last 4 years or so, we've helped several dozen folks all over the country start their own screen company, either as a part-time gig, or I'm sure a couple of them have made it full-time. Nobody's actually physically told me full-time, but I'm willing to bet some of you have. Of course, I think one of my favorite stories is Jonathan up at College Station in Bryan, Texas. Bluebonnet Solar Screens. His story, my Lord, when he told me that he started this as a part-time gig so he could put his kids in private school, I was just so excited. I could not wait and get in front of him. If you guys haven't watched that video, fall back a few. You'll see Jonathan up from Bluebonnet Solar Screens. What an amazing man. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief thought of what it is, or an idea why we're doing what we do. I'm encouraging all of you who are watching this today, start your own screen company. Whether it's on a grand scale like we did, big warehouse, shipping it all over the country, vans everywhere in Houston, or just in your little community, wherever you're at, Oklahoma, Texas, it doesn't matter. There's always a need for screen. And quite frankly, I'm I'm one of those old-fashioned guys that I would rather shop locally than use the big chain stores. And this is why I think all of you should, when you're searching for a screen company, if you can't find one local, find one close, or start your own. Well, anyway, let's talk bug screens. This is the most basic product that I think all of us need. This is going to keep the flies, mosquitoes outside while we're trying to enjoy fresh air on the inside, which I realize right now is late January. What is the date today to be exact? January 22nd. Uh-oh. I got a bill due tomorrow. Someone buy a bunch of kits. I need the money. No, I'm joking. But if you want to buy kits, myscreenkit.net. It's late January, obviously the 22nd. Not a lot of us can open our windows because it is cold. I know here in Houston, yesterday, we took a lot of snow. There's still some snow on the ground today. Today's, of course, Wednesday here in Houston. So today's not the day to open the windows. But when the time is right, let's talk about it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this camera around because behind you here, or behind the camera, I have staged 2 different ways to build your bug screens. And I want you guys to see it and know both of them. That way you choose what one's right for you. So let me hit this button, and here we are. All right. Now, this particular order that I'm building has asked for a mitered corner. My preference is always mitered, and of course, aluminum corners slide in. Also with a top spring. Of course, you do that on the width at the height, never on the length, unless, of course, it's a slider window. But you'll understand when you're in front of that window. The other way to do this is a square corner, which then you'll have a plastic corner that'll tuck inside. Now, these are a true 3/4. So when you do your measurement, always subtract 1.5 inches exactly. 1.5 inches exactly. We do not cheat on these corners. They're exactly 3/4. Same with these, but as far as exterior, we do not cut any extras off, if you will. We don't try to save a dime. So 1.5 inches if you decide to do it with the exterior square corners, which I know some of the box stores, this is what you're going to get. The myscreenkit.net, we sell them this way or with the mitered corners. That part's up to you. I'm a big fan of the mitered corners, obviously, because, well, I think it just looks neater. So hopefully you guys will catch this because I'm going to do my best to, you know what I should do is just flip this camera back around. There we go. So you guys are forced to look at me. I'm going to tilt that down a little bit. So basically, I'm a righty. So I always slide my corners in on the right. Wow, they're a little tight this morning. think a lot of that has to do with being so cold outside. So again, we're going to do our 4 sides. And again, I'm a righty, so I always put everything in on my right. Oh, that one there was much easier. Same. All right. So again, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my long leg and my short leg, and I'm just going to slide that together. And again, it's a little tight today because it is chilly, so the aluminum's tight. And then, of course, those corners are equally as tight. Slide that in, and all I've done here is just basically made a perfect round to make my screen. Did you guys see me fight? My goodness. Oh, safety glasses. My wife and Lou, I know you're out there watching. You two are always on me to make sure. Safety glasses. So they're on. Have no fear. I had them on when I cut this because I did that before the video so that you guys didn't have to hear that loud squealing of the blade. But one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to step off camera because I'm going to measure for a crossbar. It's for tension because we do not want to hourglass our screen. It's the worst thing we can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure the inside left to right and use a temporary crossbar, which I have this one here, but it's a little short. That basically I'm going to put in the middle so when I roll this, it does not hourglass our frame. No hourglassing. It's one of the biggest things I preach. Do not hourglass your screens. So, well, I have a piece of scrap 3/4. Alrighty. So all I've done is just take my Sharpie and I just marked it there. Now I'll just trim that off. Sorry about the noise. All right, let's head over here to the bench. Beautiful. All right, so what's the next thing we're going to do? Well, bug screens, unless otherwise stated, will always have pull tabs. So the pull tabs, you can't go wrong with it. There's no set rule. I don't care what anyone says. There's no rule on you must place it exactly 4 inches here and there. Just a couple of inches from each corner. And of course, hopefully I'll be able to show this. Where's a good way to show it? See that little curvature in there, or that little, I don't know, little section? That's designed so it hugs your frame. And that keeps it secure. Keeps it from falling out. But as you can see, what I've done was, again, I'm just 2 or 3 inches. This is perfect. So when I need to lift it out to get out of my home or clean the window or whatever the case, it's not tough. I liked it. All right. So this is fun to do by myself, by the way. So here we go. Of course, fiberglass, charcoal, and color is what this particular order has asked for. For all of you who order the bug screen from me on the myscreenkit.net, you will automatically get the what we call 1814. It's made by Pfeiffer, so it's American made. It's here in America, Alabama. I don't know the exact amount, and I've asked folks everywhere to tell me, but as far as strength, but fiberglass is just that. It's very thin. It's designed to last, maybe 5-6 years. It'll begin to rot. It could easily tear. But we purposely use the 1814, and the reason is I truly believe, as long as you don't do anything goofy to it, you're going to get a good 10 years out of it. Maybe not as much, but it's much stronger. And I think if things blow in the air, I don't know, a bad storm comes through and it bangs stuff, I don't believe the 1814 is going to rip near as easy as the fiberglass. And it's not that there's anything wrong with fiberglass. It's still a beautiful product. It's a great product. This is charcoal and color. We just want to give you a product when we do it that is just incredibly strong. So life is great when we do it that way. Because after all, it is truly about the quality of what it is we got for you guys. Over profit. We're still making a few bucks here and there. It's okay. Well, so here's what I'm going to also throw out. Bug screen. Never, ever, ever. You've heard me preach this before. Never, ever, ever use a steel wheel. You will shred fiberglass bug screen as well as 1814. You will shred it like you were, trimming your beard, which I can say that because, I've got my beard. Always use the plastic wheels. Beautiful. We do sell these. I try to get a couple thousand every couple of months, and then we just automatically will throw it into your screen kit just so you have one. But otherwise, you can go down to any number of the Do It Bests. or the other places. And they'll have a smaller version of this, or probably $6, $7, $8, $9, maybe 10. But this one here is more like a $30 version because it's a big fat wheel, and we go through thousands of these screens a week. So we had to get something with a lot of quality. There's two ways also. 150 foam spline is my favorite for bug screen. Also, 135 hard spline is one of my favorites. Our supplier, ScreenCo, their tracks, or their spline groove, if you will, is so perfectly designed that when we do bug screen, I actually prefer to use the 135 hard. It's quicker, it's easier, and it's cleaner. And you guys also get that when you order the bug screen kit from us at myscreenkit.net. But I like this better, and it holds, and it's much cleaner. So always try your best, square it off, like I always preach in my solar screen videos, and do the tall side first. Tall side first. Yes, tall side first. Now remember, the big guys, or if you come out to our big warehouse, you might see a whole lot of difference on the way that we do it on a grand scale versus the smaller version, like here at our little shop. But I'm doing this side on purpose because you, the homeowner, or at least someone who wants to do this as a part-time gig in your community, this is probably how you're going to do this. And I do plan to make a video on my bench. I know I talked about that in the past, but good Lord Almighty, we got as busy as all get out this summer, or 2024. Now I realize it's 25, but I got so busy I couldn't even keep up. I didn't have enough employees, so kind of had to scrap the idea of giving you guys a video on how to build a bench, mostly because my bench is quite a mess. I could be honest when I say it like that. So there we go. But now I'm just going to trim the edges, folks, and that is all you need to do to make a perfect insect screen every time. There is also on the how-to section on our YouTube channel that if you did order the My Screen Kit for the bug screen, there's a video just for you. What I love is, if you look at the two videos, there's one just for solar screen and one for insect screen. The one for solar screen is like 12,000 plus views, where the bug screen's a couple hundred. I love that because it tells me how much solar screen we are shipping out and how many of you are building a solar screen, because we know without a doubt this little short roll, we know without a doubt that this fabric, and I realize it shaded me a little bit, but this fabric is going to kick off about 20-30% of your energy bill. It's going to stop fading of your furniture, your flooring, your curtains, your blinds. And it's designed to last a lifetime. So that's why I see so many more views, is I believe that why get an insect screen when a solar screen, just a few bucks more, is going to last forever, or it should last forever if you take good care of it. And by taking good care of it, I don't mean you have to do anything special to it, but other than just, in my opinion, take it off once a year. Give it a rinse, some soap, and put it back up. Or leave it in place and do the same thing. I never take mine off anymore. I don't want to say I'm getting lazy in my older age, but with the shoe fits. Well, I pulled out my temporary bar and then dropped it. Perfect bug screen, guys. I love it. Got the tension springs on top. I should have mentioned, this is a slide-in tension spring. I'm a big fan of these because anyone, anywhere can slide that in. You have to get a specialty tool for those kinds that go to the top, which I don't remember the physical name of that spring, but it's a top-mounted spring. They also have some that you have to put a hole in the bottom of this groove and it comes out. If memory serves me right, that one is called ram horn. And I'm probably way wrong. It's a spring that's funny looking. Easy enough. But I prefer it this way, and this is the way all of my videos will be. And because I can teach this, because anyone can do this, where I realize you'll have to get a specialty tool to put those punch holes in this, to put those top springs. Same with that other one, which again, I'm calling a ram horn, but I may be wrong. Someone correct me if I am wrong. Just chime into the video. It's okay. That's it, guys. So we just made a bug screen from start to scratch. The only thing I did was not cut this in front of you while on the saw. I didn't want you guys to have to hear that loud screeching noise because I'm still learning how to edit all of this, how to create all of this and make it right and make it look beautiful and fancy. But so I did that without you. I thank you guys so much for hanging out again and letting me talk a little bit of who we are and why we are who we are and what it is I'm here for. I'm Randy, King of Solar Screens in Houston, Texas. MyScreenKit.net is our e-commerce site all over this beautiful country. We are now servicing in Canada and Mexico. Nobody in the European nations have called, but we have shipping set up out there now. In fact, my wife and I, in 2 weeks from tomorrow, we will be in the big country of Canada. I'm excited about that. I can't tell you guys why I'm excited about it, but you're going to see soon. So stand by for that because we're going to get lots of video up there north of the border and hopefully come home with some maple syrup. And I love my maple syrup. Hey, what can I say? Follow along with us, guys. Like us, subscribe to us. Ask me any and all questions related to insect or solar screen, pet screens, anything to do with the window screen industry. It is my blessing, my pleasure, and my privilege to gather all of the intel I can on it and give you guys all of the information that I physically can give you. And I love it when you guys teach me new tricks because, you know, I realize after 2 decades, I'm pretty hard-headed and I'm stuck in my ways. But some of you guys have given me some tricks along the way, and I appreciate that. And I just pray nothing but blessings for all of you. God bless this beautiful country because we know we got a new president. I don't want to get into all that, but a lot of great changes are coming, and I see that happening for our nation. You guys be blessed. Thanks again for following along.